Beautiful Saturday. What's better than some atmospheric black metal for a beautiful Saturday, or a fucking miserable Saturday, or an average Saturday? There's fucking always room for black metal. Anyway, we got Grst, Grst. Plague Seed is the name of the album, and this is on Glossolalia Records. Glossolalia Records. It's a fucking mouthful. Anyhow, I'm going to start by being honest. I have this record in my collection. I believe I've listened to it once. And I've had it for a few years. I do believe I listened to the digital a little bit more. Anyway, from what I remember, and I did do a little bit of, just a quick bit of research. It seems like it started out as a one-man project from a dude in Austin, and then, maybe got another member from up in Austin, Texas, and then it was like a collaboration between him and a dude from Eugene, Oregon. So, it looks like it was at least a two-man project at that point. But anyway, they first jumped on my radar. I'm not even sure how. Probably, maybe I am sure how. I was probably looking to find a digital version of, Weakling's Dead as Dreams before I had the CD version. And I believe, if I recall, this came up in a search because they did a couple of tribute tracks that they've got on Bandcamp, I believe, put on cassette, covering Weaklings and doing a very good job of it. So then I saw that and I looked to see what their original work was like, and I do remember liking this quite a bit, and eventually finding the record on Discogs because there weren't a lot of them pressed. But this is, sometimes I got to repeat myself, but, it fits into why I haven't listened to the record quite, reasonably well, at least give some explanation to it was, that was a time where I believe I just had my two babies at the time. They're 4 now. So I was still kind of buying records, but my time to listen to them was limited. So my collection grew, exponentially, but my time spent with each of the records just really was woefully inadequate, which is, a good sign. That means I was I was doing the right thing of being a parent, and putting my love for music aside temporarily. But that results in a lot of records in my collection that I'm just not intimately familiar with. So taking a month off from buying has been pretty fun because some of them, I think the first one that I listened to was, I wrote it down. It was the instrumental one, not Rosetta, Canoma. Yeah, it was The Tides Will Prevail. That was fucking a gem in my collection. It started out as almost like a funeral doom, and then it went off into post-metal. I was like, I don't know when I would have just randomly fucking picked that one again. Especially if I just keep listening to a steady stream of new releases and trying to spend time with them. I'm kind of, I left that there the whole time. I'm kind of eager to see what this one's all about because, I really just don't remember much about it. When I did that little cursory glance to see where they were from, it did have Cascadian black metal as a tag as well, which is always appealing to me because, for me, I don't claim to be, an OG black metal guy. It took me a long time. I don't think I got into it until maybe about 6 or so years ago. And it's not even, I don't go back with a lot of the raw black metal and lo-fi recordings. It's just not my thing. For me, I always have a tough time going back. So whenever, I discovered hardball. I discovered hardcore with Madball. And so really going back much before that, it's almost like it's like going back to classic rock. It just, for whatever reason, my mind just really punches anything before my start date as kind of being old. I don't necessarily agree with being so dismissive, but I also don't think that I have much of a choice. That's just the way I'm programmed. With black metal, it was like Wolves in the Throne Room, and that's it. And that's the type of black metal that I really gravitate towards too. Though it's cool when I see all you people talking about that Acheless record. That makes me explore it, and that's probably the most aggressive piece of black metal that I have in my collection, which is usually not my thing. Yet that one has been one that I've gotten to spend more time with because I don't have anything new coming in. So that's gotten at least a half dozen spins in this last week, where some of them never get that much before they're put away, period. So anyway, that's what it is. I filibustered my way through that shit, didn't I? I didn't tell you fucking jack shit about what this is going to sound like because I just don't fucking remember. But it's a pretty pressing, kind of hard to find, but I did look on Discogs. They're not too expensive. So if you do find one that you like, you might be able to grab it.